Rare love songs.
We forgot to ask for an accordion mic, but I'm not very good at it, so I don't think it matters.
Well, maybe you could jump up.
That would be awesome.
This is Carrie Elkin over here.
Thank you.
This is Chip Dolan over here. I don't know if there are any new brides in the room, but we have an October 18 bride up on stage.
Thank you.
She married the beautiful Danny Schmidt, and I was fortunate enough that day to be the officiant. The one, I don't know if you know this, you can go online and get ordained. The internet has everything, doesn't it?
It seemed like you had done it for years. You seemed like a real preacher.
I don't know how to take that. It was such a beautiful day. It was down in the hill country, and the wind was blowing, and Danny and Carrie were such a beautiful bride and groom, and turned into a husband and wife in, I don't know, in not much time at all. It went so fast.
It was quick.
The transformation was so beautiful, and we were up on a stage, and the crowd was like you are, and everybody was standing, and the light was coming in, and the monarch butterflies, they were all flying by, and the sky was full of butterflies and beautiful wind, and they were, and both Danny and Carrie were flushed because it had been an emotional time, and they are about to wade into that sea of beauty and love and acceptance. And Carrie turned to me, and the last thing she said, and the first thing she said, last thing she said from stage, and the first thing she said as a wife was, "Now that I am married, I have the courage to play the accordion."
I never, ever said that. Right after the wedding, I left to go on my honeymoon with my wedding officiant and keyboard player to Europe for 5 weeks. It was not a very conventional kind of honeymoon situation.
Oh, it's every little girl's dream. In magazines, she cuts out these beautiful white dresses, and she thinks, this is how I'll look. I'll look so beautiful. And then right after I am married, I will go to Europe with 2 stinky guys.
Neither of them being my husband.
Well, this is just about, couples have their own language. Couples can say the most things that sound terrible to each other, and it really means I love you. And sometimes they can say things that really sound like they love each other, and it means I hate your guts. Chip would not know about that.
Yeah, no.
There's a beautiful woman, she walks with a limp. He calls her his princess, he calls her his gimp. She calls him her fat man, calls him her pimp. She teaches first graders, got a beautiful limp. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? She touches his face, he holds her hand. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? 4 years they've been married, not one day of trouble. Got 2 happy boys, good luck, daily double. Love to dance with each other, say they live in a bubble. Go to church twice a week, not one day of trouble. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? She touches his face, he holds her hand. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? up. My sisters and my brothers. She wears fishnet, he wears leather. When the boys are at his mother's. There's a beautiful woman, walks with a limp. He calls her his princess, calls her his gimp. She calls him her fat man, calls him her pimp. She teaches first graders, got a beautiful limp. Isn't love great? Isn't love grand? She touches his face, he holds her hand. Isn't love great? And isn't love grand?